Um, I'm not doing that great. I keep hoping for like a day with like less social interaction or less stressfulness, and it's just not happening. Um, Mentally, I'm just not doing that great. I got rushed into coming out, and I had to do it while traveling, and I, I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling like everything I'm doing is not working, and I'm feeling very OCD, which isn't a good thing when I get obsessive compulsive. My spouse is getting sick, and we might all end up getting sick because we live in close quarters. And hopefully, my spouse won't get too sick because she's immunocompromised. I can't take her to the hospital, or she'll possibly get COVID-19. And I have to try to balance that and the girls have been having some hard times too, and that makes it harder. I've still just been worn out. I did try doing a full day's exercise the day before yesterday. Um, I felt good for about 4 seconds. Um, our girlfriend felt good for about 4 seconds, and then it all went to shit. So I feel shitty about my game playing. I'm hardly playing right. I'm struggling, and the expansion's about to come out in Greymoor, and yet on World of Warcraft, because I'm one of the guild officer people, I have all these expectations on me, and all this pressure, and I don't know how to get better with the RNG system in World of Warcraft. Essentially, in order to get better, I have to get really super lucky with corruption, and I can't. I literally can't control that. So I've started trying to figure out which DPS character to get up, because for the first time ever in the entire history of World of Warcraft, I'm not doing great at tanking. And that's even the entire expansion. I've been doing great at tanking until now. And I just cannot get lucky with corruption. And my brother is trying to be funny, but he pokes fun at me about it and stuff, and I'm freaking raid lead. I'm supposed to be the leader, and it's frustrating. I feel very, very frustrated with most things right now. Frustrated with my dad apparently told my brother that he was a little upset that my mom is so accepting about me being trans, because it made him feel like he couldn't be as upset about it as he would have liked to. So that sucks. My spouse is still having bad nightmares. I still haven't told her family. I feel like I got rushed into coming out in the first place somewhat. I told our girlfriend last night that I almost wish I hadn't discovered transgender was even a thing, because it's been so hard for me mentally. And I'm trying to just push through it and do everything and follow through with chores and be supportive of everyone and listen to everyone else's needs and do what they, are used to me being able to do. Like, the only reason they have that expectation is because I've always done stuff. I have to do a phone call this week and fight to keep my food stamps. My spouse is fully eligible because she's fully disabled, but because of a freaking thing Trump passed, I'm not. The only person in the entire country who cannot be a paid caretaker is a spouse. But my spouse requires 24/7 care. Insurance agencies, because she's married, will only give her like 14, 17 hours of care, which means literally the rest of the time I have to take care of her. But you can't get food stamps if you don't work and get paid a paycheck. I've applied for jobs before and they were like, you can only work 14 hours by even ones that were excited to hire me. I fucking applied to the YMCA and they were like, oh gosh, look at your history with children. Look at, oh, you were a coach. Oh, this is wonderful. And then I said how much I could work and they were just like, okay, well, if we get back to you, it'll be in a few days. If we don't get back to you, then we found someone else. Bye. And like, I had gotten through second interviews and stuff. Like, it was. The other problem is I'm not allowed to earn more than $800 a month, or else it'll start to affect my spouse's type of disability that she has, because she's been disabled since she was a child. And as a citizen of the United States of America, she helps get taken care of because she's such a sweet person and everything. Most people don't even feel bothered by that. Like, I certainly didn't when I was working. It made me happy to think part of my taxes went to taking care of her. Like, I had to stop working because her health got so bad. But now our food budget's about to go halved when we already live on a 3-digit income every month, so yay. Unless I can figure out some way to become an exemption, which I've been asking them for 3.5 months for something, so I'm dissociating a lot. I don't know, I'm in sort of a weird, dark, obsessive compulsive place. I'm just not doing great. But it's no one's fault, it's just life. Life doesn't really give breaks. But usually it does ebb and flow, so I keep waiting for the stress level to flow out a little bit and lower. Because eventually, over time, stuff shifts and changes, so Who knows, maybe it'll be a year from now, but eventually it'll happen. I'm trying not to say it is what it is, but sometimes it really is. You can't control illness, you can't control other people. You can't control RNG, you can't control that, a lot of things. Most things. So you just try to deal with them all. But for some reason, trying to deal with everything always means I'm on the back burner. I don't know how to deal with things and not be on the back burner.